Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, great millstone, who teach very well. While I learned this truth from and citation at that to the hopeful elect, who continue to push this word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, Shalom to all the men, women, and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And today, man, just basically getting on the hard times that's coming. Cause best believe that things that we see now is going to get way worse. You know, and the reason why it's going to get worse is because Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is finna get ready to visit the planet Earth, and the scriptures must be fulfilled. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and start off with this in the book of Acts. You know, because the return of Yahweh Shai is not going to be all hugs and kisses. Hey, even when the Lord said, when I turn, shall I be faked upon a planet Earth? When I come and send the fire, what should it be when it already be kindled? Telling you that when the red carpet being rolled out for Yahweh Shai, it's going to be a terrible thing. That red carpet being rolled out is going to be in the form of plagues and tribulation. Let's get this to back it up. It's the book of Acts, chapter 14. And I'm going to jump down to verse 22. It says, conforming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we, through much tribulation, shall enter into the kingdom of the Most High. Yes, and right there, you exhorting somebody to continue, telling you that it's going to be a terrible road ahead, man. And a lot of these Israelites and Christians don't understand the true inward thoughts of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Because the coming of our Lord, meaning the debasing of a lot of people, man. You know, the humbling of a lot of people. And one of the ways the Lord is going to humble these people is through the famine. Let's go ahead and get another one in the book of we're gonna hold that Daniel, the 12th chapter. But let's get that in the book of Deuteronomy. It's the book of Deuteronomy 8, 8, I think it's 8, like it. Yep, this is the book of Deuteronomy 8 and verse 3. And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger. And that's one of the main humbling tools of the Lord. And that's also one of the worst ways to die. You know, and these Americans, these Glen Americans, they don't realize it, but the whole world do. You know, one thing that these people in the West think about is all about themselves. You know, thinking everybody across the world just got running water. Thinking everybody across the world can just flush a toilet. You know, thinking everybody across the whole world can just go to McDonald's and get something to eat. No, it's actually a luxury. But once those luxuries be taken away, a lot of people are going to fall apart, man. You know, let's go ahead and continue on. Um, it says, "And fed thee with manna which thou knowest not, neither did thy fathers, that he might know, that he might make thee." So I can read this again from the top. It says, "And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger, and feed thee with manna which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man doth not live by bread only, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai doth man live." And again, and that's true. Because the Lord, he's going to preserve the elect in the midst of the famine. And even a lot of the people who are two-thirds, niggas ain't ate in 2 or 3 weeks. The Lord can keep you alive until the missiles come. And that's why it's another reason why to fear Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. You know, it's a real thing to know that it is a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the living power. You know? Especially if you're a damn Edomite. So let's go ahead and read a little bit of this article from BBC News. It says, "No food when I gave birth. Malnutrition rises in Gaza as Israeli blockade enters third month." So they basically starving out these people. And some of these guys are Israelites, man. But this under the banner of peace, which this is not really your land. It says sometimes in war the smallest sound that that's like a smallest sound that can make the loudest statement. In Gaza Nasser Hospital, a 5-month-old girl struggles to cry. So while Asa is hoarse, her voice has been robbed of the energy to fully communicate her distress. She cannot absorb regular formula milk, and doctors say Israeli blockade now in the third month means supplies of food she needs are scarce. So in a matter of 3 months, the act of desperation is kicking in for the people who are used to struggling, man. So imagine for the people who are used to living in comfortability. The Lord is setting these people up for the get go, you know? And that's pretty much it on that. It says there was no food when I gave birth to her, says Naja said. If I wanted to feed myself so I could breastfeed her, I had no nutrients to make my health better. She now only drinks formula milk, and we don't know how we'll be able to provide for her. Cause you thinking, people think I'm just gonna sit and feed my baby. You still need food to produce the milk. Telling you that these people don't know what's really going on, man. And they're just living their everyday lives as a damn American. And I can't wait until the Lord starts humbling these people, man, through His judgment. Because just talking and having a civil conversation with these motherfuckers is just not enough. What's going to be enough is the Lord bringing plagues and destructions, man, and PTDing these people, man, putting them to death, rightfully so, man. Not only did you refuse to hear the words of the Lord, you offended His prophets and continue to offend Him by your actions, man. It's the actions of these damn Americans that truly offend the Lord, man. So just imagine what's going to happen when the Lord takes away the stay in the staff of America. And the part of that stay in the staff that America leans on is food. There's another article, yep, right here. Yep, right here. No access to life-saving services. Gaza humanitarian crisis at its worst since war began, with thousands of children severely malnourished. Telling you how bad it's gonna be, man. Telling you how the Lord is finna get ready to increase the famine in these days. World Food Programs warns mass starvation in Gaza. And this is not no regular thing. No, this is a man-made famine. Aid groups report surge in looting amid threats of mass starvation in Gaza. And why this word starvation, malnutrition, hungry, can't feed my babies? Well, all these statements are coming out. And the reason why is because the Lord is finna get ready to visit not only America, but the whole planet Earth like never before. There have always been famines in different areas, but it's gonna be a point when it's gonna be hard to get food throughout the earth unless you have that sea help, man. Let's go ahead and get this real quick. Let's go to Daniel 12 and verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a time. It's like since there was it's like such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. So let's read this again. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And that's how you know we're going to need a divine inspiration to survive these other times, man. You're not going to be able to ramble your way into the kingdom of heaven. No, ultimately, you're going to have that tawah. It's in Ezekiel 9 and 4, that mark of exemption. And if you don't have that, that means you're not written in the book of life. Let's continue on, though. It says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. Because, yes, it's been times of, it's a bad times that Jake's going into slavery, times when we got pointed out, in the times of Esau pointing us out in Babylon to get us killed, civil rights, on World War One, World War Two. But these times that happen upon the planet Earth, 70 A.D. You know what I'm saying? They don't compare into the times that we're heading in, because it's not like it's going to be specified into one area. No, this is going to be a global hell that everybody's going to catch. And the reason why, because Esau is trying to push forth his NWO, their order out of chaos, their pressure from above and pressure from beneath, and making the outcome be that sea hip. And the only way we can survive through that outcome is having the Holy Spirit upon us. That's why we say the water Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai for putting us on point, man. Warning us about the ill dealings of Esau and the world, man, so we won't get caught up in it. So let's go ahead and continue on. It says, at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And showing you that it's not talking about the Gentiles, it says that thy people. Now, everybody is not the people of Yasharallah, man. Everybody is not Israel. Even all Israel is not Israel, man. That people is talking about the elect, the remnant that truly believes upon Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know, these are going to ones that's going to be delivered out of the midst of these times. Let's go ahead and get something to back that up, because again, we talking about the famine, but it got to be somebody to live to tell the story. This is the book of Job 5, and I'm going to jump down to verse 19. It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yeah, in the 7 shall no evil touch thee. Now, those 6 troubles is a tribulation that brothers are going to have to go through. It might be a scenario you getting chased by a pack of cannibals, man. But that was another way for the Lord to make his power known. All of a sudden, you turned around and the earth swallowed them niggas, man. You know? You might ain't eat in a couple days, man. Or your face might be plastered upon the news to be demonized. The Lord is going to deliver us from all these terrible things that's coming upon the earth, man. We just have to trust in the process. And it says, in the 7 shall no evil touch thee. That 7 is talking about the missiles, man. The ultimate plague that the Lord is going to send upon the planet earth. It says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Because it's going to be a time when Esau is going to wage war upon the nation of Israel. You know? He's already waging war by YouTube comments. He's waging war by taking down the videos. But it's going to be a point when this guy's going to wage war physically by pulling out that thing and pulling out his troops and even robotics. It's going to be robots out here that automatically can see help people, man. That shows you that in Black Mirror, when a robot dog was about to die and stuff like that, or when he shot the gun, shot a little airsoft gun at a lady, and he chipped her for the lack of better words, man. So just imagine how Esau is going to do it this time. So yeah, I can just a quick little video. I pray it was edifying when to give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakodash. I want to give them my honors to my apostle and elders of Great Millstone and Shalom.